Hello students, I hope you all are fine. I am Manish. See, you know very well about me. Last time we have started chapter number 2, which is population dynamics. This is the ICSE board class 8 chapter number 2. So last time we have already discussed about the introduction and their definition and what is its importance. Then population dynamics, how it is distributed, and we have also discussed the world population percentage by the country 2018. Then distribution of population of the world and the data given by the United Nations. Global population increases. What is the rank of Asia, China and India in accordance of the population? Factors affecting the size of population today is the topic. So what are the factors affecting the size of population? So there are three factors which affect the size of population. First of all, what is the size of population? Just like this is a particular country, so how many numbers are living in this particular area, it is the size of. Just like if there is a country and the population is 2 lakh, okay, population is 2 lakh, so we can consider as it is low populated as compared to it. If there is a 10 lakh, so it is more populated as compared to it. So this size of population is depends on the number of peoples living in that particular geographical area. So this is the population size. No, so what are the factors which affects this its population? So basically it are fertility rate, which is also called the birth rate, death rate, which is called the mortality rate, immigration and emigration. It means that peoples are moving from cross bordering, we can say that one country to another, incoming or outgoing. So we are discussing in detail. First of all, there is a first factor which is called the fertility rate or the birth rate. So by the definition, what is the definition of it? The number of live births. What? How many live birth? Okay, the number of live birth per 1000 person. How many? Per 1000 person per in a particular geographical area. Just like this is a place which is called India. So per 1000, how many births, live births are taken place? So this is called its fertility rate or the birth rate. There is also one formula by which we can easily understand how this birth rate is calculating. So birth rate is equals to number of total birth divided by total population multiply by 100. Okay, so this is the formula. What is the formula? The birth rate is equal to number of total births. How many number? Just like if in a particular area the 50 people are taken birth, and what is the total population? Maybe 5 lakh, multiply by 100, and then we will do calculation. So then we will get a birth rate. What is the birth rate? It means in a particular year the peoples are per day or per year, per month, how many peoples are taken birth. So by this formula we can understand or we can get the exact data. And there are also some factors for this birth rate. If basically there is also another definition. What is that another definition or the another means by which we can understand what is the fertility rate or birth rate? A fertility rate is a typically measured by a number of children's per one woman. How many women? One woman of a childbearing age. Childbearing age, it means the childbearing age in which the woman can give birth. In a childbearing age, a woman can how many children? Just 2, 3, 4. Because in some countries there is no law, there is no rules and regulations. So the each woman give birth maybe 5, 10 children. In some places there is a restriction, just like a China. There is a restriction, not more than 2, or earlier it was 1. So that's why either they are having the childbearing age or not, they are allow only 1 children. So by this way it is also affecting. So a fertility rate is typically measured by the number of children per one woman of a childbearing age. And how they are increasing or decreasing? If the fertility rate is more than 2, so population increases. And if fertility rate is less than 2, so population decreases. So by this way also we can understand how this fertility rate is very important. And if you understand more about it, so there are some more examples, there is more data. What are these? Just like the country, just like India. So India is having 2.24%. It is in percent. What is the birth rate of India? 2.24%. If I'm talking about MP, Madhya Pradesh, it is 25.1. China 1.68, USA 1.77, and Pakistan is 3.56. So now you can understand the number one where the more children are taken birth, it is Pakistan 3.56. Second one, India 2.24. It is the state, okay, the Madhya Pradesh, it is the state 25.1. And the third one, which is the USA, and the fourth one, it is the China. Now you can understand how this China, this data is according to 2018. You can Google, okay, this data is available on net, you can get it very easily. So by this data you can understand how this birth rate is influencing the population of particular place. So I hope you clear what is this fertility rate. Now I am talking about the next one, which is just opposite of it, which is the mortality rate or the death rate. Now understand by the definition first. The number of death per, now here it is in the live births, on the place of, the definition is same, only some data you have to change. Here live births, on the place of you write death, per 1000 persons in a given geographical area per year, in a given geographical area per year. So this is the definition of mortality rate. And if in another way you are trying to understand, so as the birth of a new people, increases, the population size increases but death decreases. So if population is if the birth is taken place, so population increases. If death is occurring, so population is decreasing. It is vice versa, okay. And what are the main factors? Basically there are two factors of this death rate. There are two factors. First one is the quality of health care, another one is the lifestyle. Now what is the health care? If the facility of health care, the health facilities are proper, so the death rate is less. If the facility of health is less, then death rate is high. In the lifestyle, it means exercise, the proper amount of food, the daily availability, the house, the roti kapda or makan. Basically we can say that there are three things: roti, kapda or makan. If the lifestyle is good, so the death rate is also less. So these are the two factors which affects the mortality rate or the death rate. In another way, again, the by the formula which I already showed you, the same formula, the death rate is equal to number of total death divided by total population multiplied by 100. So if in a particular area, if 150 people die and total population is 5 lakh, multiply by 100, then you will calculate and it is in percentage, you will get how many people are dying particular area. So this formula is very important, okay, you have to learn it, okay, this both formula. So this is the death rate formula. Now let me discuss some examples. I'm talking about the countries again. India 7.3%, talking about MP 7.8, China 7.13, USA 7.68, and Pakistan 7.5. So now you can understand that here there is a Madhya Pradesh is highest, but it is a state. If talking about a country, so first of all it is the USA, then Pakistan, then India, and then third one it is the China. So this is also data of 2018. So you can understand how this death rate is affecting the population of particular area. Basically what is it? It's the factors by which the population is changing. Okay. Then the third one which affects, which is the immigration and emigration. Now most of the students are confusing in this, so I just give a one hint by which you can easily understand. Im means import. You can import. Okay, the peoples are coming from another place. And the e extend from exit. The peoples are moving from their own country to the another country. So by this way you can very easily remember. Otherwise it is very difficult to understand. Now by definition, someone moves to a country from another place, it is known as immigration. And the emigration, to move out of a particular place, it is known as emigration. So if person is coming from another country, so it is the immigration. And the emigration, peoples are moving from their own country to another place. So what are the reasons behind it? Basically there are reasons for emigration. So what are the factors of emigration? Just like war, if there's just like war is happening here, just like earlier the war was, it is in Syria. Okay, so war, education, if there is no proper education facility, job, the job is not available. Just like from India, most of the people emigrate from India to USA or other in Australia. Why? Because of the job opportunity. Joining one's family, if maybe someone is out of the country, so for joining it you can move out. So these are the reasons. Okay, there are also two more important definitions. The two important definitions you have to understand. This is the natural growth rate. What is this natural growth rate? Natural growth rate is the difference between the birth rate and the death rate. The birth rate and the death rate of a country is called natural growth rate of a country. Understand what is the natural growth rate? Difference between, what is the difference between birth rate and death rate? This difference of in a particular country, it is called the natural growth rate. And there is another one more definition, which is called the population change. What is the population change? We are already discussed. The change in the number of people changes. The change in the number of people during a specific time. So this is called the population change. So you also remember these two definition, natural growth rate and the population change. Natural growth rate, I am again repeating, it is a difference between of birth rate and death rate of a particular country. And the population change, it is the change in number of people during a specific time. So this is all about this lecture. Next time we will start further about it, density of population in the world. I hope you clear all the things. If still you are having any problem, dikkat, pareshani, duvidha, shanka, trouble, you can write comments. I will try to answer it. Thank you so much. And once more time, I just request you, please read book before I teach or before watching this video and after this video. So it is more beneficial for you, because the study is not mean you have to only learn the material, you learn the datas. The study, it means you have to understand the concept. So my intention is to make you understand the concept, and you also have to understand the concept. So please, it's my kind request, it's my humble request, please read book before the lecture as well as after the lecture. It will be very beneficial. And again I am repeating, you have to understand the concept. Don't go for learning. So it is very easy for your examination also. Thank you so much. So next time we'll meet with a new lecture. Goodbye.